Can I tell you the mistake I see over and over again when brokerages start planning an event? They book the venue, they order the food, they send out the invitations, they figure out the schedule, and then they start looking for a speaker. By that point, the best speakers are already booked. Timelines are compressed, and everyone is scrambling to pull the event together. If you've ever planned an event that felt stressful from start to finish, this might be the reason. I'm Emily Terrell, the #1 real estate coach and speaker at Tom Ferry, the top AI coach, and a leading voice in systems and AI for agents. I've had the opportunity to speak at events across the country, and one thing I've noticed is that the most successful events rarely happen by accident. They happen because someone had a plan, and one of the smartest decisions an event organizer can make is booking the speaker early, not as the last item on the checklist. Here's why. Your speaker influences more than just the presentation. A lot of people think the speaker is simply someone who fills a time slot, but a great speaker influences the entire event. Once you've selected the speaker, you can build the agenda around the message you want your audience to leave with. Maybe the focus is AI, maybe it's leadership, maybe it's lead generation, systems, or team culture. That theme should influence everything else, from breakout sessions to marketing materials to attendee expectations. When the speaker comes first, the event feels intentional instead of pieced together. Early planning creates better collaboration. One of the biggest advantages of booking your speaker early is collaboration. Instead of hiring someone a few weeks before the event and hoping everything comes together, you have time to work together. You can discuss your audience's biggest challenges, the outcomes you want, what attendees are struggling with, and how the presentation fits into the larger event. That collaboration almost always leads to a stronger experience for everyone involved. It eliminates last-minute stress. Let's be honest, most event planners already have enough on their plate. The closer you get to an event, the more unexpected issues pop up. Room layouts, catering, travel, technology, registration. The last thing you want is to also be wondering whether you've found the right speaker. When that piece is handled early, it creates breathing room for everything else. The best speakers often book months ahead. This is something many organizers don't realize. The speakers who are in high demand often have calendars that fill months or even a year in advance. Waiting until the last minute doesn't just create stress. It limits your options. When you start early, you're choosing the speaker that's best for your audience, not simply the one who's still available. I worked with a brokerage that completely changed how they planned their annual event. Instead of leaving the speaker until the end, they booked the keynote months in advance. From there, every decision became easier. The marketing aligned with the theme. The breakout sessions reinforced the keynote. The messaging stayed consistent. The event felt cohesive because it was built around a clear vision from the very beginning. If you're planning an event this year, my biggest piece of advice is simple. Don't think of your speaker as the final detail. Think of them as one of the first strategic decisions you'll make. When you book the right speaker early, everything else becomes easier to organize. If you'd like more ideas around leadership, event planning, AI, and building unforgettable experiences for your agents, visit www.coachemilyterrell.com and connect with me on Instagram, where I'm always sharing practical strategies that brokerages and event organizers can implement right away. Because great events don't happen by chance, they happen through intentional planning.